Yes, come on in, come on in. Okay, well, welcome to my shiny corner of the internet. I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with your monthly horoscope and messages for spirit for all signs, along with your paid personal readings. So that's fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs, all the signs. How is everyone doing? It's been a while since I streamed. I had an itch to touch the cards today, so I just hopped on last minute and am so happy to be here with you all. Welcome, welcome, hello. Thanks for joining. Just about to get started here with some Zodiac readings and some personal readings for those that book. The link is in the chat. So timestamps will be down below next to the link to book a reading for those of you that want a personal or join my future live streams to ask your question and get a reading on the spot. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know what resonates for you in the comments and leave me suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. Hit that like button and subscribe for more horoscope and pop culture celebrity readings. Now, I ask that the spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for these horoscope readings. Let's get started. All right, so who should we get started with first? You guys drop your zodiac in the chat. Let me know who is here. We know that, oh, there's a Leo in the building. Mel, are you still here? Maybe we'll start with Leo. I was going to start with Taurus since we are in Taurus season, but we can get started with whichever sign is most predominant in the chat. All right, welcome, Mel. So let's get started with a reading for my Leos. Actually, I'm going to start with this deck first and then switch to get some additional cards from this one. So let's see what is coming for my Leos within the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit. Let's get a few cards out for my Leos. What's to come for my Leos, Spirit? What are my Leos dealing with? Let's get a few cards out for my energized, poppin' Leos, Spirit. What messages do you have for my Leos? Ooh, we got a chunk of cards that flew out. I don't know if I should accept them, but this is actually very representative of the Leo energy. I'm going to throw these back and shuffle some more, but I want to at least keep this first card that came out. So we have here the Knight of Swords. Talk about energy. This says courage, fears about intimacy, a partner who's easily gets bored, getting things done efficiently, a strong focus on career success, concentrating on financial goals. So the Knight of Swords is usually very action-inspired, goal-oriented, someone who's very driven to success. So Leo, maybe at this time you are very ambitious. Perhaps you are trying to pursue a new job, go for a promotion. Maybe you have some entrepreneurial ambitions, but this card is advising you to be assertive. This is asking you to be very dedicated to your success, to really pursue whatever this opportunity is. Or if it's a reconnection with someone in terms of a friendship or a romantic relationship dynamic, this is perhaps encouraging you to move forward, to be active, to be proactive in approaching that person or that opportunity, my Leo. Let's actually do a little more shuffling because that big chunk fell out and I wanted to really make sure we're getting messages without interference for my Leos. For those of you just joining, drop your zodiac signs in the chat so we can see who we will be reading for next. Oh, Scorpio in the house. I see you, Infinity. Welcome. I love that name, Infinity Dove. Nice to have you. We're just continuing here with our reading for my Leos. What's coming for my Leos in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few more cards out for my Leos. What are they so excited to pursue so ambitiously at this time? So we got two cards out. Interesting. So this looks like the Page of Cups. So indeed, this might be new love for my Leos. either romantic love with some person or the love of a new hobby, a new job opportunity, something that will be very fulfilling for you. This says that you should be trusting your intuition at this time. So, a fresh outlook on relationships, discovering a creative outlet at work, daydreaming about potential career paths, unrealistic financial goals, fantasizing about money. So, the thing about the page is usually there's a level of underdevelopment or immaturity. So, while the dream is exciting and enough to get you started, you got to make sure that you follow through with your goals, with your visions, Leo, as was indicated with this Knight of Swords. For those of my Leos that are in the chat, thank you for the rose, Mel. Here's some hearts for you. Thank you for the rose. Hey, Mel, can you confirm if you can hear me? Someone on that platform is saying they can't hear me. Okay. Thank you, Javi. Awesome. Oh, thank you for the roses. That's so sweet. Thank you, Mel. So to get back to this reading, hi, always forever. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Remind me of what is your zodiac sign so that we can prepare the next reading. Right now, we're in the middle of getting started with this Leo reading. And it seems like Leo at this time is very action-oriented, very ambitious, and excited to get started on something. And it might be with someone or something that they love. But this card is also warning that things may be underdeveloped. So be sure to keep your foot on the gas, Leo. Be sure to really pursue this, flesh it out, and see it to the end. So then we have this Knight of Pentacles card in reverse. So this is perhaps the third card that, thank you, Infinity. I appreciate that confirmation. Just making sure I'm good in terms of audio and visuals on all platforms, because it is really unfortunate when I'm talking and losing the messages and then you guys can't see or hear me. All right. So this, what was this again? Yeah, this is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is highlighting that there may be a dull relationship. Someone may be a homebody at this time. If you are already in a relationship, there may be neglect of the partner, or the partner may be neglecting you. A lack of ambition, being overly ambitious, workaholicism, they spelled it incorrectly. Reckless spending, impulse buying, risky financial decisions. So when we see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, usually this is someone that is not advancing with their goals because they're either being too much of a perfectionist or they're not dedicating themselves enough. So they may be a little lazy in their approach. It could also be because they're discouraged because they're not seeing the amount of rewards or results that they wish to have seen based off of whatever they've already gotten started with. So this is the third card in this reading so far, Leo, that is encouraging you to keep the foot on the gas, to be very persistent with whatever ambitions or pursuits you have at this time, to see it through. Even if there are signs that indicate this is something to reasonably be discouraged about, it seems that you are supposed to break through somehow. You're supposed to be very self-motivated at this time. All right, we have now the Eight of Wands. Look at that. This is all about high energy, travel, motivation. So this is pretty much the fourth card in this reading that is telling you to get that fire in your, you know what, Leo. Get that fire up under you so you can really aggressively and assertively pursue your ambitions, and don't let these opportunities fall through your hands. So this Eight of Wands is about action, excitement and surprises in love, rapid progress at work, potential travel for business, high motivation, fast movement of money with cash flowing in and out quickly. Look at that. Money's flying everywhere. You got to go get it, Leo. Go get the bag. Go get the opportunities. Go get this love or this really great connection that might be a business partnership, a really great friend, someone that's going to be your next roommate. Whatever this is, it seems like the universe is trying to really wake you up and shake you and say, don't let this slip through your fingers, my Leo. I wonder what it is. Is this a job that you've been maybe hesitant about? Is this someone that you've been kind of, hot and cold about? Let me know while I switch decks here. and pull out a few extra cards for my fiery Leos. It's really unlike you to be passive, Leo. You guys usually are the type to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, especially since you love the spotlight. You guys are great leaders. So, Leo, this is pretty much asking you to step into your energy. Hi, always forever. Thanks for confirming Aquarius in the building. So we have a Scorpio, we have an Aquarius, and we will be proceeding with those readings right after I'm done with this Leo reading. Spirit, let's get a few more cards out for my Leo. What additional messages or clarification should my Leo know for this next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few more cards out for my Leo. I'm being a bit delicate with my shuffle because I haven't touched the decks in a while, and some of them are more stiff than others. I think something flipped over. Yes, look at that. Wow. That's why you're hesitant to proceed, because you are weary from all of the battles, all of the challenges that you've probably endured, Leo, everything that you've had to overcome to get to this point. This Nine of Wands lets you know you are close to the end of whatever it is that you are going through at this time. Whatever the final stage or the end goal is, you are just about to arrive at that. It's just a matter of persevering. This is about resilience. This is letting you know that while it's been challenging to accomplish whatever your goal is, you must stay the course. You must continue to keep your boundaries up, of course, but stay strong. Very much another characteristic of Leo, being strong, using all that fire energy to be self-motivated and energized at this time to weather all storms, endure whatever remaining battles to accomplish your final goals. Let's get a few more cards out for my Leo. So you may be discouraged because whatever time, effort, and resources you invested into something, you have not seen the results as yet. You have not seen it produce the harvest that you expected or anticipated as yet. So that is perhaps why there is hesitation, a lack of confidence in approaching something full on. And this Seven of Pentacles is advising you to reevaluate your plan, reevaluate your approach, and of course, have some patience to arrive at the end, which is kind of reinforcing what we saw in that Nine of Wands. The next card, wow, this is another reinforcing card. This is the Knight of Swords again, which we saw earlier on in these cards right here, I believe. Is this the Knight? No, this is the Knight. Here we go, Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords again is advising you. Actually, no, this one was upright. So now that we're seeing it in reverse. So this is letting you know that you may be distracted at this time, a little unorganized, unfocused, and that is going to lead to a lot of frustration and chaos. So you've really got to get your ducks in a row at this time, Leo. Energize yourself, motivate yourself, but make sure that you establish a path, a course, a routine, a structure in which to accomplish your goals. Don't just throw your energy everywhere and anywhere. And especially if you have been pursuing something for a while, as this Nine of Wands indicated, there may be an element of frustration or carelessness purely because of burnout, purely because of exhaustion. So you just want to remind yourself to stay sharp and to stay determined, as we have seen several times reinforced in the messaging of these cards for my Leo. The next card we have here is the Seven of Wands, which is reinforcing that same idea of maybe feeling weary of so many battles and wanting to give up. So while you may have accomplished something that created a lot of competition and people wanting to attack you, so you had to defend your turf, you may start to feel that you're losing the battle. You may feel that you are better off just letting things slide through your fingers, that the battle might be, what's the phrase, when it's worth more trouble than it's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not articulating it right. But you may feel that whatever external challenges you've been dealing with, it's a bit discouraging. It's making you a little insecure, Leo. And so you're not sure if it's worth the fight. That's what I was trying to say earlier. This is reminding you that you can adjust your boundaries to still maintain some of your ground, whatever it is that you have, and continue to build off of that. So I again am curious on what this is for my Leos, because there were indications that it could be for either personal relationships, love, friendships, or business. We definitely got a lot of cards leaning into some sort of job, employment, business, entrepreneurship as well. So let's just get one more card out for my Leos. Oh, these are great cards. Okay. So with this 3 of Wands in reverse, Leo, you are being reminded that if you do not plan properly, you will experience delays and obstacles to your growth, to your ability to progress with your goals. But make sure you stay balanced at this time, as indicated by this Queen of Pentacles, who has great work-life balance. Stay balanced and stay focused on your goals, which in this case, it does look like it might be something to do with job or financial stability. You're supposed to nurture this opportunity and you're supposed to grow it for yourself. Do not allow these distractions, these insecurities, these obstacles to get in your way. Fire it up, Leo. Get that fire energy out there and get it done. Fight back. Defense, defense, defense. Don't let them get you down. Don't let them take your turf. Make sure that you establish your ground and continue to build upon that. So I wish you well for all of my Leos, and be sure to let me know in the comments, how does that resonate for you? Thank you for the rose, Mel. I appreciate you. So pretty. I'm a girly girl, so I love beautiful things like roses. Hello, hello. Hi, always, forever. It looks like we're doing Aquarius next. Hi, welcome, welcome. Wow, it's active tonight. Active chat. Was it accurate? I'm so happy to hear that, Mel. I hope that that was helpful. It seems like the message overall was just to be very self-motivated and driven at this time. So hopefully you're able to accomplish your goals. I wish you well, Mel. Thank you. Hi, welcome. Let me just check the chat, make sure that everything's still functioning. All right, looks like I'm good on most platforms. Let me throw a heart out here. All right, so let's get started with Aquarius. Let's see what's coming for my Aquarius in this next month, Spirit. Oh, these cards are stiff. Here we go. Tap that screen, my friends. Let me get a little love. Show me some love out there. Let's get a reading going for my Aquarius. Spirit, what is to come for my Aquarius in this next... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like I got kicked out of one of my chats. One second, guys. Sorry. Let me just... Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. Sheesh. That was intense. What a disturbance. All right. Well, now we are back, and hopefully back and better. All right. Always forever. Are you still there with me? So that I can get started on this Aquarius reading, or I think I have a Scorpio waiting if I lost ya. If I lost ya, hope I didn't. Welcome. Hi. Come on in. Okay. Yes. All right. So let's get started with this reading for my Aquarius after that technical difficulty. Thank you all for your patience and for joining me on this really unpredictable journey that is streaming. Live streaming is full of twists and turns, but let's persevere and get started on this reading for my Aquarius, Spirit. Let's get a few cards out for my Aquarius. Too many cards there. Spirit, what message does my Aquarius need to know for this coming month? Ooh, abundance. We have the Queen of Pentacles. excellent card to start this reading for my Aquarius. This says a kind and supportive partner, domestic harmony, a skilled business person, a mentor, or a supportive colleague, financial stability, responsible money management. So the Queen of Pentacles is excellent at work-life balance. This is someone who is very nurturing and very much a provider. They're very nurturing of their finances, their home life, their personal life, whatever it is that they are invested in at the time. The Queen of Pentacles is... Hello, Scorpio. I'm glad you're still there. We will do Scorpio next. So with this Queen of Pentacles, it is just encouraging you at this time, Aquarius, to be very mindful of your goals, your job, whatever relationships are valuable to you and your foundation at this time. You have to be very motherly. Like, okay, yes. As I was saying, with this Queen of Pentacles, this is advising you to make sure that you nurture all of your projects at this time. If it's that you are working hard on something at work, if you are actually an entrepreneur and you're trying to get a new business idea started, if there are important relationships that you are responsible for guiding or growing at this time, this is asking you to lean into that energy because it will only bear more fruits. This is an energy of prosperity, but also you are responsible for building upon whatever it is that you have already established as important in your life, Aquarius. So let's get another card out. Oh, this is a great card. Four of Wands. Pop goes the champagne. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. There are celebrations and you indeed arrive at this stability with the Four of Wands. This is also mentioning something about society because the Four of Wands is about connecting with loved ones, people in your foundation, family, friends, day ones, people that are important to your core people, I should say. So this is about celebrating milestones. So it could be weddings, engagements. This says public celebrations of love. So it could be celebrating. Maybe you buy a new building. Maybe you successfully did your first million this year. I don't know if my audience is in that tax bracket, but we can dream, right? We got to be ambitious. We got to shoot for the stars and land on the clouds. But whatever it is that your goals were, Aquarius, it seems that you will be celebrating, accomplishing a big chunk of that, some sort of milestone or a really big accomplishment. Could be a graduation. It could be a big promotion. Maybe you guys did a merger. Maybe you and your business partner successfully got your however many million followers, or your new campaign did really well. There's something to celebrate, and it's something that has to do, again, with your foundation and stability. So usually there's coins involved. Usually there is abundance as a result of this accomplishment and plenty to celebrate. So pop those bottles, enjoy that luxury at this time. And of course, stay grounded. Allow yourself to enjoy that foundation and continue to build upon that. My Aquarius, we have the Justice card in reverse. So there may be some injustice, some unfairness based off of whatever goals you have at this time. If it is, again, something to do with business, jobs, it could be that maybe someone else gets a position, or it could be that some of you maybe have actual legal disputes that are not necessarily going in your favor as you would wish. So this is about being aware of some unfairness or injustice, because the Justice card also speaks of karma. Whatever goes out eventually comes back around. So if you are on the right side of things, you should eventually benefit from that good energy returning to you. But at this time, you may be feeling that there is some unfairness. So this says unjustly blaming your partner, unjust work environment, dishonesty in your career, avoiding responsibility, shady financial dealings, dodging financial accountability. So if this is about something to do with a business deal, something to do with your employment, you may feel that you have had to work harder to get that opportunity. You may feel that you had to pay more to secure a certain asset. or certain access than your competitors may have had to pay. If this is about a personal relationship, you may feel that you're giving more than you are receiving, that more of the responsibility of the relationship falls on your shoulders. So this is asking you to address this imbalance in your life, to seek the justice that is currently not fairly presented to you, my Aquarius. Oh, great. I'm glad it's going well. All right. Look at that. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands indicating passion, energy. This is the Knight of Wands is fearless. This is someone that has a lust for life, someone who's adventurous, perhaps even a little impulsive. So this says impulsive and unpredictable relationships, passion and energy in your work, a sudden increase in finances, using money for travel, broadening your horizons. So whatever energy and motivation and enthusiasm and excitement you have at this time, Aquarius, over this accomplishment, over these foundational things that you've managed to keep in your life and to continue to build upon and grow upon, this is also encouraging you to reach for the stars, as we were saying earlier, in terms of continue to pursue more. Don't get complacent with just holding on to what you have. Grow from that. You have to, what's the word? It's expansion. It's similar to the Three of Wands, but with this Knight of Wands energy, it seems that this is something relatively new, and it's reminding you to keep that energy of ambition, pursuits. Don't stay stagnant in one box, don't stay complacent. Continue to grow and build. So let's get a few more cards out for my Aquarius, because so far it seems like there is a lot of growth potential for my Aquarius, but I wonder if there are any additional warnings or messages that they need to know in advance so they can be prepared for whatever challenges are up ahead, Spirit. Let's get a few more cards out for my Aquarius, Spirit. What additional messages do they need to know for this coming month? Or, wow, look at that. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse this time. So we just got it up right now. It's in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse indicates that there may be frustration and anger due to this energy going in the wrong direction. So this impulsiveness may have rendered carelessness, because you may have gone into something without a fully fleshed out plan, without a full structure. So this is advising that my Aquariuses get more structure and discipline, which, interestingly enough, I remember that was a message in my 2 previous Aquarius readings. So this may be one of the challenges that you've been dealing with, an ongoing, somewhat of a shadow work that you've had to do, Aquarius, to get more discipline and structure in your life in order to accomplish your goals, so that you don't have to deal with all of that frustration and scattered, misplaced energy. Let's get some additional cards out for my Aquarius. Look at that, the Hangman in reverse. So this indicates a need for surrender and sacrifice. Aquarius, you may be the kind of person that likes to take control and get things done in a certain way. And the Hangman card is actually asking you to go with the flow, surrender to the universe, in terms of realizing that there may be some things that are out of your control, that you have to actually allow things to fall as they will, allow the cards to fall as they must. And that in turn may give you additional perspectives. You may be able to observe a different approach to arrive at your goals, something that you had not seen before. So this is also allowing you to not take control for things that are out of your control, as I said in the beginning. But this approach is going to help you not feel so frustrated about not having it your way when you are taking all of these approaches. So for those of you that are in the job force at this time, searching for jobs and frustrated that you're not getting the job, or for those of you that are already working and you're frustrated that you're not getting the promotions or the whatever growth it is that you are pursuing in your career, this seems to be asking you to fall back a little bit, and somehow you'd be pleasantly surprised at how the universe delivers. But energetically, just remember to keep that passion, keep that ambition, keep that desire. Maybe it's prayer, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's a vision board. Be sure to energetically demand or command that energy, or that not the energy, that goal that you want to realize in your life. Okay, then we have the Two of Swords. This is reinforcing this idea of needing to sacrifice, as we saw in the Hangman. So you have a really tough decision to make, Aquarius, and usually this indicates that you're going to have to release something of value, which we did see this idea earlier on with this Queen of Pentacles that's taking care of all of the things that are important and foundational to her. But in this card, this is basically letting you know that you may have to let something or someone go if this is about a relationship in order for you to move forward. So it is a tough decision, but it is something that needs to be made. Thank you, always, forever. Love and light right back at you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I hope this message was helpful. I'm continuing this reading for my Aquariuses, for those of you that are still on the stream or that will see the VOD later. So the next card we have here is the World card in reverse. So this indicates that there may be some obstacles to some goal in terms of there's unfinished business. Excuse me, let me just get a little water here. I'm choking. So one more time. With this World card in reverse, my Aquarius, this is indicating that you're having a hard time reaching a goal because there's some unfinished business. This could also indicate some setbacks to travel plans. So it's a matter of needing to review your plan of how you are trying to accomplish some major goal, or if this is indeed about travel, or maybe even relocation, if this was about work. If you are maybe on the fence about a relocation, if things are not lining up, this may be encouraging you to give it some time or to try a different approach. Usually the World card in reverse requires a bit of self-reflection to see in what areas are you able to either refine your plans, finish learning the lesson, whatever it is that you need to tie up loose ends and gain the closure you need in order to accomplish this goal, or to feel whole, to feel that completion that the World card communicates. So I will get one more card out for my Aquarius. Interesting. So now here we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So this could be emotional withdrawals. For those of you that are overgivers, you may feel drained. You may feel that you have been the therapist friend for your network, or if you have a very demanding family situation, you may feel like you are taking a step back from being emotionally available to people. This could also be the reverse of that in terms of being emotionally overwhelming. Maybe you are too codependent at this time and your ambitions require you to be independent. So Aquarius, gaining that structure, allowing external forces to unfold as they will, so that you can see what you can actually use in your favor on the other side of those things, making these tough decisions, recalibrating your plan to tie up loose ends and learn the lesson to make this complete. Or if this is about travel, then don't be upset that you, when I said upset, this is the card I was looking for. Don't be frustrated if you can't do your travel plans immediately. It could just be a matter of time for things to align once you give something or someone up. Maybe there was someone that you were going to travel with and that person is perhaps no longer a good fit. Maybe they don't have the resources anymore. Maybe someone lost their job and it's not a good idea to travel at this time. If this is just about, again, a goal, then it's a matter of you sacrificing something, surrendering something to the universe in order to make this happen. And don't allow the current obstacles to make you jaded or make you close up to the world long term. Temporarily, it may be appropriate to withdraw and focus on your things if you've been the giver, as this Queen of Pentacles in the beginning of the reading indicated all of that nurturing energy. But long term, you are going to want to be very emotionally stable for all of the things that you are building upon and growing for yourself, my Aquarius. So I wish you well with that. I did want to take, oh yeah, that's beautiful. I wanted to take a look at the bottom of the decks. Had an urge for that. The last card we have here is the Ace of Cups, and that indicates love, compassion, emotional overwhelm, maybe a new baby, maybe a proposal. Something that you'll love will be either entering your life or it will be filling your life, in terms of you will be overflowing with emotions for this thing or this person. So that is excellent for my Aquarians. Once you get on the other side of those challenges, you will be very rewarded by the universe. When we see the hand on the ace, that is the universe gifting you. So please do come back, my Aquarius, and let me know how exactly does that resonate for you. Very excited to see how that manifests. All right, let's see. Who are we doing a reading for next? Looks like we still have a Scorpio here. Thank you. I'm so glad that that was helpful. Thank you. Infinity Dove. Do I still have my Scorpio in the house? Let's see, who else do we have? For those of you just joining me, drop your zodiac signs so that I may prepare the next reading. And tap that screen. Give me some love. Let's get some hearts going. Let me get some love. All right, let's see. Who is next? Let me check my other chats, make sure I'm visible. Thank you for the hearts. Let me send one back. Or a few back. All right, all right. As long as you all can see me. Looks like I might have to restart this stream, though. Wow, you guys gave me a nice amount of hearts, though. I don't want to restart it and lose all my hearts. Hello, welcome back, Infinity Dove. I am excited to get ready to do a reading for my Scorpios. Those of you that just joined us, drop your zodiac sign so that we could do a reading for you next. Right now, we are about to get started on this Scorpio reading. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Scorpios for the next month from when they find this message, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Scorpios. What's to come for my Scorpios in the next month from when this message finds them? Scorpio in the house. Yes. Thank you for joining me. Love the Scorpios. Let's get a few cards out for my Scorps, Spirit. What messages do you have for my Scorpio, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Scorps. I might have to actually do a bridge shuffle because these cards are really thick. Gotta re-energize them. Spirit, let's get a few cards out for my Scorpios. What's to come for my Scorpios in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Scorpios. Hold on. Let me make sure nothing gets knocked over. Spirit, let's get a few cards out for my Scorpios. I might have to just cut the deck and... Oh, what happened here? What's here? What's here? Oh, too many cards. But just in case they come back out, I want to show that we have the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Wands in reverse, and the 5 of Swords in reverse. So lots of conflict. Yikes. Let's shuffle and see if those come out again. And that will indicate that it was indeed intended for my Scorpios. Spirit, what message do you have for my Scorpios? What's to come for my Scorpios in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Scorpios. Interesting. So we have the Emperor card in reverse. indicates a lack of structure, perhaps something that is not quite aligned or structured properly for business and for progress. This could also be something to do with a father figure for any of you Scorpios that have a business relationship with someone that's perhaps a mentor or literally a father or an uncle. There may be a male figure in your life that is either too controlling or they are doing something to impact the structure of your life that is negatively affecting you. So this card says competition within the relationship, an overbearing partner, bureaucratic obstacles, avoidance of responsibility, poor financial discipline, out of control spending. Yikes. Scorpio. So for any of you that are in a relationship, if you're married or if you have a father of your children, pulling from that father figure idea with the Emperor card, it seems that they may be a burden to you at this time. Or again, if this applies more in the career field for any of my Scorpios, it seems that you may have a manager, some executive, or a business partner that is maybe not making the best decisions. Maybe they are operating from an organized place, trying to be very controlling, and it is definitely working against you. But then you got this Lover's card upright, which indicates good choices, good long-term choices. So did you perhaps accept a new position and you are now realizing that you're dealing with a micromanager? Or did you start a new relationship and you're realizing that this person has past traumas that are causing them to be very controlling? For my Scorpios in the chat, you guys let me know how this resonates. But this Lover's card upright indicates a balanced, loving, and supportive relationship. It could also be it's not only a relationship in the romantic sense. This could be something you love, like a new job. Maybe you relocated. Maybe this is a bestie, like a really great friend that you are now roommates with. Whatever this person or this thing is, you have a really strong connection with them. You may have even had some past life history with them. If you are in a romantic connection, this may be a soulmate, someone that you have karmic ties with. So the Lover's card, again, is about a balanced, loving, and supportive relationship, decisions regarding love, collaborative partnerships, possible romance in the workplace, important career choices. Ooh, is this someone that you work with, Scorpio? Interesting. So either you have made a choice in your life that is a lifelong choice, such as a relocation, such as a new career field, a new job, elevating yourself into some entrepreneurial venture, or an actual relationship, perhaps even a marriage or something. And there's just a warning that precedes that, to be aware of either someone on the other side being too controlling, or maybe it is you, Scorpio. Maybe you're the one that is needing to relinquish control a little bit. So let's continue and see what the cards say. Oh no, 10 of Swords. This is about betrayal, sabotage, defeat. This indicates that things cannot get any better. Whatever situation you were in, it is a dead end situation. So better to cut your losses and get out of it so that you do not continue to hurt and you can start the recovery period. So this says breakup, separation, intense sadness, grief, pain, or infidelity, job loss, office politics, breakdown from stress or burnout, financial loss, a failed investment. Yikes. So for my Scorpios, where this resonates for you in terms of something to do with career and finance, perhaps you just got a new position or you made a new investment and it didn't work out. Or more literally, for those of you that see some resonance in your personal life, your romantic life, there may have been a new relationship that you felt was truly for you. It was destined. It was meant to be. It was a soul connection, and you feel completely heartbroken and betrayed. Whatever revelation has been made, you are seeing something that you cannot work around. So this is unfortunately advising you to allow those endings to happen so that you can rebuild, so that you can heal, and so that you can remove this burden and this toxicity and this somewhat of a obstacle from your life, something that you thought would work out long term. And for those of you that did do some relocation, you thought this was going to be the place that you were going to live forever. You moved to Thailand or Bali or Colombia or something, and you're realizing that things are not what they seemed. While you may temporarily feel defeated, take that sign to redirect your energy elsewhere and end this chapter, but start a new one. So then we have what is this? The Seven of Cups. Interesting. So you may have the illusion of having many options at this time. So Scorpio, something keeps driving me to say relocation. Is this about Scorpio in the house? Oh, okay. I thought that was a new message. Is this about relocation for any of my Scorpios, or something to do with a lot of options? So it felt like job. It felt like choosing a new place to live, and something about this choice, this idea, it did not work out well for you. So it's like you may have made a bad choice, although it seemed like it was a good one up front. There was a lack of information up front. There was an illusion that something was going to be better than it was, or what's the way to say it? It's not as good as it seems. All that glitters is not gold. And now you are on the other side of finding that out with this 10 of Swords and this 7 of Cups in reverse. This says a chaotic and confusing love life, limited career options, missed opportunities, gaining financial clarity, being distracted from financial goals, or lacking clear financial objectives. So if this is about career and finance, maybe you started a new job and it didn't work out. It's either a new job or a new relationship or a relocation, and you put all your eggs into this basket. And if it's a job, you may have let a few other opportunities slip, and now you're regretting that choice, that decision you made. You're seeing that it's not going to work out as you had envisioned, my Scorpio. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I wonder what this is. But this won't resonate with everyone, so let's get a few additional cards out to see what else is going on for my Scorpios, who are always going through some huge transformation. Scorpios are so strong and transformative, and the rising phoenix. So let's see what other challenges my Scorpio's dealing with at this time, Spirit. What additional messages or clarification do you have for my Scorpios? Let's get some additional cards out for my Scorpios, Spirit. What's going on with my Scorpios? Or what additional messages do they need to hear and see at this time? Oh, interesting. Uh-oh. Who's jealous? We have this Queen of Wands in reverse, and she can be very demanding. She's aggressive. She's insecure, and she can be jealous. Look at the little cat. Somebody might be catty. So are you dealing with some personality like this at work, Scorpio? And that's why you are regretting signing on to this new role, this new position, this, what do you call it, a promotion, or whatever this new relationship or opportunity is. You're dealing with a pretty tough personality, someone that's maybe making things a lot more difficult. As I said in the beginning, perhaps someone who's a micromanager, and that energy comes from the fact that they are maybe jealous and threatened by whatever you bring to the situation. So that is definitely difficult to deal with and not ideal. Wow, what are the odds? Now we have the Lover's card in reverse. So indeed, it is reinforcing this idea that we saw earlier with this Lover's card upright. It's reinforcing this idea that you made a choice, you thought it would be great, and now it is in fact not. It's not working out. It's not aligned with your long-term goals. It's revealed itself to not work for you, or this person has revealed themselves to not be a good fit. And so you are perhaps a little devastated, at least very concerned about this. It's something or someone from the past, Scorpio, that is causing you to either stay in a certain mentality, a certain approach to life, or someone that is something or someone that is presenting itself in your life again. Something about the past with the Six of Cups. And then we have the Hangman asking you to surrender and sacrifice. So you're going to have to let this person or this opportunity go, my Scorpio, because it seems like it's going to keep you stuck in this past. It's not going to allow you to grow. It's not working out as you thought it would. It's not this amazing choice, whatever illusion you had with this person or this opportunity, which it seems to be a reconnection. So maybe it's a place that you worked at before, a business partner you had before, a relationship, a friendship that you had before, that you gave it another shot and it's not working out. And so you need to release that, because staying in it is only going to continue to deplete you, to drain you. And this person has a lot of self-work to do in order to step away from these feelings of feeling jealous, feeling threatened, feeling insecure. That's a them problem. That's a internal problem that they need to work on. Internal conflict is what I meant to say. Your job is to realize all of the external forces that are happening so that you don't beat yourself up and you allow yourself to pivot. The cards thus far are telling you to release so that you can receive. And then I'll take one more look at the bottoms. Look at that. Yeah, okay. So on the other side of releasing and receiving, you will step out of a period of worry with this Nine of Swords in reverse. You'll be able to gain mental clarity. Any sort of disturbance that this experience did to your psyche, to your mental health, you will be able to begin that recovery. And you will also regain your energy in such a way that you will be re-energized. After a period of rest and recovery, you will be able to reapproach life, reapproach relationships, reapproach the work field, workspace, whatever term applies to you in terms of if you are an employee or if you are a business owner. You will be reinvigorized on the other side of releasing the situation, not beating yourself up for not seeing things clearly up front and maybe making the wrong decision. We always need more information. And once we do get that information, there's no problem with changing our ideas, changing our decisions in order to redirect ourselves to a better path. So I wish you well with overcoming those challenges, releasing so that you can receive, my Scorpio. I wonder what exactly that is for some of my Scorps, if it is indeed a relationship or something to do with career and finances. By the way, I don't know why this just came to me. Did any of you maybe lose somebody, like a death in the family or death a lot? Because it could be the end of a relationship. It could also be like the loss of someone that you truly loved. So that just came to me as well. Whatever it is, it looks like my strong Phoenix rising Scorpio will overcome it and come out better on the other side as usual. So I wish you well, my Scorpio. I hope that you indeed rebuild bigger and better on the other side. Now let's see who is next. What's the other zodiac sign that we are reading for tonight? Let's take a look at the chat, because I might be missing. I might not be seeing things clearly on my end. Okay. Hi, Chelsea. Welcome. Hello, hello. For those of you that just joined me, let me know what is your zodiac sign so that I can prepare the next reading. Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. Tap that screen. Help me out. I'm a small and new creator, so it means so much to show me some love so that I can have a little more reach. Let some other spirits that may need these messages find me. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Come on in. It's high vibrational in here. Let's see, who are we reading for next? Okay, so we read Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. Okay, so maybe I will do a reading for Taurus since it is Taurus season. Let me see if I have any Tauruses in the chat. Okay. Oh, probably because the game is on, someone said. Are you guys into basketball? Hello, Alexander. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. A Virgo. Hey, let's do a reading for my Virgos. We haven't done Virgos yet. Virgo in the house. Welcome. Thanks for sharing your zodiac. For those of you just joining, please share your zodiac sign so we can prepare the next reading. We are about to start a reading for my Virgos. Spirit, what is to come from my Virgos in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Virgos. Let's get a few cards out for my Virgos. Oh, you're welcome, Infinity. Let me know if that resonated. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, thank you. All right. Spirit, let's get a few cards out for my Virgos. What's to come from my Virgos in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Virgos. What is to come from my Virgos in this next month, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Virgos. I might have to... There we go. Oh, interesting. So, we have... This is the King of Pentacles, but in reverse. So, this could indicate that there may be some issues in the workplace or with someone's leadership in business. The King of Pentacles is about someone that may be materialistic and possessive. So this could be a business partner, but this could also refer to a partner in your personal life. So if this is a spouse or someone that you share housing with, this person may not be, I was just going to say allocating, but it's better to say this person may not be distributing the finances properly because of being materialistic, or they may be possessive. This is also saying being used for financial gain, a tarnished reputation, lack of success at work, financial setbacks, accumulating debt, poor financial choices, stinginess. So the King of Pentacles in reverse is someone that could be cheap, greedy, selfish, materialistic, stubborn. So you want to beware of someone that has those characteristics that may be causing problems and obstacles for you, Virgo. Or if this is you at this time, understand that this behavior is somewhat of a scarcity mindset and it's not going to allow you to grow. So you want to be sure that you are investing in yourself so that you can accomplish your goal of not wanting to overspend, not wanting to be frivolous with money, but at the same time using money as a flow energy. Don't allow it to stay stagnant, if that is you. But if it's someone else that holds the reins and the power to the money, for example, perhaps it's a manager or a boss that is not allocating budgets properly, or they're not rewarding you for your work with just compensation, then this may be giving you some insight into this person's characteristics so that you can maybe make some changes accordingly. But then you have the Four of Wands. Look at the champagne popping. This is the second time that we have this card coming out tonight. Love to see it. The Four of Wands indicates stability, but also celebrations. So this could be weddings, engagements, promotions, celebrating that you have a new property or a new job. This could be public celebrations of love, such as, oh, it said engagements already. So public celebrations of love, enjoying office gatherings, providing financial support to loved ones, enjoying financial stability and comfort. So my Virgo, while someone may be stingy with dinero, you will still be popping bottles and enjoying some milestones, celebrating yourself and celebrating some accomplishment with loved ones, with your day ones, with your foundational people, with your family or family friends. So that is good that no one is stopping your flow, your vibes, and your upbeat energy, your desire to celebrate yourself. That's great, Virgo. Uh-oh, now wait a second. Now we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So some of you Virgos may have some trouble with your family life at this time. It could be either your immediate family, or this could be referring to something in your childhood, in your upbringing, something with your parents, with your siblings. This says interference from relatives, a brief fling, external forces impacting your relationship, a hostile work environment, tensions among colleagues, disagreements with family over finances. So it could literally be family, or this could be referring to the work environment. You know, those jobs that say we're like a family here, and that usually is code for saying it's toxic up in here. So this could be saying that family atmosphere in the job, in the work, it could be that allows people to feel that they can cross boundaries, they can overstep, they become very impersonal, and they lack the professionalism in terms of, as I said before, respecting the boundaries between work life and personal life. So maybe this is a work environment that tries to get you to work on the weekends or work late nights and early mornings. And this may be letting you know that you need to establish firmer boundaries between your job and your personal life. But it felt more like this was leaning towards someone's actual family. So if this resonates for my Virgos in terms of maybe a spouse, maybe a partner, maybe a sibling, maybe someone or something in your nuclear family, your foundation, or it could even be relatives, distant relatives that may have something to do with your finances and celebrations at this time, they may be problematic. This card is just making you aware of that so that you don't feel gaslit, like oh, I'm seeing this but nobody else is. The cards are seeing it. The spirit is seeing it. Oh my, Star card in reverse. So this indicates that there may be a sense of hopelessness or despair. Not for my Virgos. This doesn't sound right. So this says harsh self-criticism, loss of hope in romance, diminished confidence in love, lack of drive, low enthusiasm, pessimism about your job, despair over your financial situation. So there may have been something that went wrong in some relationship that makes you doubt the potential for a new one or for things to get better. Or if this is about work again, work, career, and finance, this could be saying that some disappointment or obstruction that you experience is causing you to have doubts, to not feel that things will necessarily be able to grow in the right direction, or that it's taking too long for you to accomplish some goal. Really odd to see those cards when we have this celebration card in the middle, so it may not resonate for all my Virgos, but let's switch decks and pull some additional cards out to maybe get some clarification or some additional messages for my Virgos. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my Virgos? There we go. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my Virgos in this next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get some additional messages for my Virgos, or clarification on the existing message, Spirit. What additional or supportive messages do we have for my Virgos? Let's get some additional. I thought something flipped. Oh, is that? No. Oh, yes. I knew I wasn't crazy. There we go. Ooh, heavy burdens with this 10 of Wands in reverse. So it seemed, Virgo, that you were taking on a lot of responsibility or a lot of the burden of accomplishing some goal, or if it's a relationship, a lot of the emotional labor, the mental load may have been on you, and you are at your wits' end, Virgo. This may be saying that you need to either delegate your responsibilities, you need to offload a lot of it. This is not sustainable. So let's see if we can get some more clarity on that for my Virgos. You may feel overwhelmed at this time. You may feel that you have so much to do and you would like to tag someone in to help you, but you cannot trust that they would achieve the same output as you would. So it could be a matter of needing to relinquish control, similarly to what we saw in the previous reading. But let's get some more cards out. Oh, look at that. 5 of Wands in reverse. So you may feel like you don't even want to be competitive at this time, Virgo. You may be feeling like you are weary of additional battles and labor and challenges. So you may be willing to give up on opportunities that may actually be helpful for you. So try not to give up too soon if indeed any of my Virgos are looking to go for a promotion, go for a new job. Maybe you are actually competing for a new housing situation. Maybe you're trying to get a new apartment or something and you feel like it's an uphill battle to try to get this place and you're thinking of just giving up the search. But this 4 of Wands, this energy of celebration, especially something to do with a home or a home life, is starting to give this energy of stay hopeful, because while there may be despair and hopelessness with the Star card in reverse, while you may feel like the money's not there, while you may feel like the family stability and something about your foundation is not assisting this process, this goal, whatever it is that you're trying to do for yourself, Virgo, to grow in something, it seems that you actually may be overlooking the potential for you to actually compete and persevere and actually get something out of it. Oh, look at this. This is great. You have the 10 of Pentacles. This is about overflowing abundance and comforts. This is about long-term legacy and wealth, family wealth especially. So you may actually end up in a much better situation than you expected. Virgo, I am now strongly feeling like this has something to do with housing, because as I reflect on the cards, this is maybe the 5th or 4th card that is reminding me about family, housing, structure, stability. So it seems like this may be resonating with a very small group of Virgos, but it seems like you might get a windfall, Virgo. You may suddenly get some lump sum. So it could be some sort of financial assistance. It could be maybe even like a lottery ticket. Maybe you were trying to, I don't know, there's some places, some cities that have like housing lotteries, and it seems like you felt like it's a impossible task to win one of those because it's so competitive. There's so many people going for the same place. There's no way you'll win. You want to just give up, but you're in a situation where financially you do need to stabilize, and that starts with your housing, but also without the finances to actually purchase a new home or to cover the costs of moving and relocation, you felt really discouraged. You felt overwhelmed. This is a daunting task. And somehow the universe is going to bless you with abundance, Virgo. Excellent card to see for those of my Virgos where this indeed resonates for you in terms of housing. It seems that you will end up in a much better housing situation. And bringing it back to those of my Virgos that may be in a financial or career situation, it seems that while someone may have been penny pinching in the beginning, you indeed will eventually get this promotion or this raise, this higher salary that you were pursuing in the beginning. And of course, that will be a much better reason to celebrate. You will have more reason to celebrate, I should say. Uh-oh, this is reinforcing what we just said about the penny pinching and the scarcity mentality from this first card, the King of Pentacles in reverse. We now see the Four of Pentacles. This is someone that's holding on to their coins, holding on to whatever material possessions they have in their life that are of value, holding on to their comforts and their comfort zone. So while it is responsible to hold on to whatever you do get, if this is you, Virgo, this is also trying to remind you that a scarcity mentality could also keep you stagnant. So as I said in this earlier card, or I might be confusing it with a previous reading, please forgive me if I am, but a scarcity mentality and that stagnancy could prevent you from investing in yourself. So while you want to be very conservative with your spending, especially after a period of difficulty in trying to get resources, when you do finally get those resources, naturally you will want to be very smart with how you allocate them, but don't be overly conservative with your finances to where you don't invest in the things that will help you grow. If you need to get furniture, or if you need to invest in some additional stuff for those of you that are entrepreneurs in order to build your business, this is asking you to not stay in that stagnant comfort zone space if indeed you are given the resources to grow. Look at that. And then we end here with the Eight of Swords in reverse, indicating that after a period of feeling stuck, of feeling trapped, this mentality of feeling like you cannot do more than what you would like, this mental state of being somewhat in a self-harming, negative self-talk, negative thoughts and fears, something that's keeping you stuck, you actually break free. You start to feel empowered. So this is a change in mentality, similar to what I was saying in these earlier cards. You manage to shift from a scarcity mentality to freedom, empowerment, and a more free-flowing energy, not the energy of scarcity. Oh, let me switch that back. Not the energy of scarcity that we were seeing in some of the earlier cards. So that is good for my Virgos. Look at that. We'll end it here with this Six of Pentacles. There are really strong indications of some sort of either a lottery, some sort of assistance, some financial windfall. Someone's going to give you money. Someone's going to give you resources, Virgo. These are great signs, and it's not going to be small money. This is like life-changing or stabilizing money with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. It could be a lump sum. It could be a huge tax refund for some of those of you that maybe did your taxes late. It could be a, what's it called when someone passes away? It could be an inheritance. It could be something that you signed up for a long time ago that suddenly came back around. Maybe you had some asset that got liquidated. There's some sort of generosity that's going to be finding you. It seems like it feels karmic, like something that you put out into the universe is going to be coming back to you. And even if it's not actual financials, it could be something like an opportunity, like maybe you helped someone in the past, now they're going to be helping you. So this is excellent, Virgo, that you will be getting out of this mental state of despair and scarcity and stepping into abundance and support, because my Virgos tend to be supporters of others, very generous and nurturing of other people. So it's time for my Virgos to receive for a change. This is excellent. I wish you well with all that you are going through, my Virgos. For those of you that will see this later, let me know how this resonates for you. All right, so who else is in the chat? Let's see you guys. Tap that screen and drop your zodiac signs once you join. Let me know what is your sign. Would love to read for you. I actually feel like I should do a Taurus reading since it is Taurus season. Who else is here? All right. Thank you, Javi. Let's see. Thank you for confirming. Okay. Looks like I'm still good on all platforms, so I will keep it going. And a reminder for all of the beautiful people that are watching these readings are for entertainment purposes only. No facts, no truth. Just tarot. All right, so let's see who else is here. What's the next sign that I will read for? I feel like I spent a lot of time on those first few readings, so I'm going to try to go a little faster for the next few. My energy was so disturbed from all of the technical difficulties, distractions, hydration issues. My stream fairies were getting hyped over here, so... All right, Spirit, who do we do a reading for next? Who else is here? I think we should get started on a reading for my Taurus. Let me just make sure that I put it here so that I could remember. We just did Virgo, and now we are about to do Taurus. Why not? Make sure that I am decent, that I am centered. Hello, thank you. Thank you, welcome. Happy to have you. There we go, one more time. Spirit, let's get a few cards out for my Taurus. What is to come for my Taurus in the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Get a few cards out for my Taurus. Oh no, 5 of Cups. So, Taurus, you may be experiencing some sort of loss. This is about mourning, grief, regret. This says lamentation. So this could be grieving a breakup, experiencing sadness in a relationship, facing a setback in your career, job loss, business challenges, experiencing financial loss. So something may have been pulled out of your life, Taurus, or there may be some spilled milk that you're crying over. This could be losing a loved one, not necessarily a romantic relationship, but it could be a relative. It could be a really close friendship breakup that you had. This could be a new job or a stable job that you thought you had that unfortunately has been removed from your life. But this card reminds you that while there may be 3 cups that have been knocked over, you still have 2 cups, meaning there are still other things going for you in your life that you can work with, that you can redirect some of your energy to and find some joy and some gratitude in that. This could also sometimes point to some insecurities. Sometimes we dwell on certain things about our health and fitness goals that may not be as perfect as we would like, and we have to actually look at some of the good things that we have going for us. You know, your hips may not be as small as you want them to be, but you know, at least you're proportioned, or you know, whatever it may be that has you feeling insecure. Maybe you gained a little weight. At least you know that you can always establish a routine at some point when you prioritize it and make time for it and get yourself back on track. It's not all lost. It could still be something that could be salvaged in the future, or something that you could make work on the other side of things, if it is like something in terms of something tangible is what I meant to say. But let's get a few more cards out for my Taurus. Look at that. Temperance card. Indeed, this is indicating something about balance and patience. Temperance card is advising you to exercise patience in your relationships, achieving success through patience and moderation, gradual and steady progress, slow and steady financial growth. So if this is indeed about a job that you may have lost or a promotion that didn't pan out for you, my Taurus, this is letting you know to just give it some time and something better is actually going to turn up for you. Patience and balance, meaning while you may have put a lot of energy into this financial opportunity, now it's time for you to focus on those two other cups that we were talking about in that 5 of Cups. Time for you to focus on other areas of your life where you may have a really great partner or a really good friendship network that you can actually spend a little more time with at this time, that the work stuff has probably been a bit of a headache. It's probably drained you a little bit. This is asking you to give it some time. Things will change, and it will change for the better. Patience and balance. So now you've focused a lot on the work life. Time for you to focus on your personal life a little bit, or even hobbies. Take your mind off of things by going to do yoga, dance class, any hobby that you usually do. If you play pool, billiards, whatever it is, it's a good time for you to focus on your physical health instead of work, or your personal relationships and things that give you joy instead of this goal or ambition that was temporarily disappointing you. Yikes. So then we have the World card in reverse. So this could be saying something about travel. This is saying feeling that something is missing in your love life, a false sense of success, nearing a financial goal, yet feeling unfulfilled despite financial stability. So when we see the World card in reverse, it indicates a lack of completion, meaning that there were some steps that were missing. There is some unfinished business. So it's just a matter of you tying up loose ends, learning a few more lessons, enduring a few more battles, revisiting your plan if this indeed is about some goal that you're trying to accomplish, or if it's about travel, this may be letting you know that your plan may be delayed, but it's not like you will never go. It's just there's some changes that need to be made, or some changes that are happening that are affecting delays to your trip, and then maybe you will postpone that trip and go at another time, at a better time. Let's get another card out. Look at that. Hierophant. So this is about rebellion. The Hierophant in reverse is a stagnant relationship, misaligned values, bureaucratic obstacles, a suffocating work environment, exploring alternative financial avenues, taking risks with money. So you may have been in a group, a community, some environment that you felt suffocated in, and so you're looking to break away from that, Taurus, and it is once again feeling like something to do with job. But if it is about a relationship, it seems that whatever disappointment you were experiencing with this partner or with this travel plan, things will work out once you break through, go against this grain somehow with this Hierophant card in reverse. So all is not lost. You need to break out of stagnancy. Whatever lack of alignment you are temporarily experiencing, it's just a matter of giving it a little more time and changing your approach, learning from whatever delays or obstacles you are enduring in order for you to make a few adjustments and approach your goal again. So let's get a few more cards out for my Taurus. Actually, here we go. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Let me know what your zodiac sign is so that we can do a reading for you afterwards. Currently, we are doing Taurus. Oh, look at that. Sagittarius stellium, Scorpio stellium, North Node. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. Awesome. So let's do a Sagittarius reading right after this Taurus reading. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my Taurus? Let's get some additional messages or clarification on this reading for my Taurus, Spirit. We actually do a riffle shuffle here. Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my Taurus? Let's get a few cards out for my Taurus, Spirit. Okay. So what popped out here is the King of Wands in reverse. So this is someone that is perhaps in a leadership position, or it could be you yourself, Taurus, that is being stubborn at this time. Someone that is unrealistic and someone that is impulsive. So they are putting all of their energy in the wrong direction. So it could be different opportunities, different ideas. It's not working out. They're getting frustrated, and it is creating a downward cycle where they are not progressing. So I wonder if this is someone that you're working with, Taurus, or if this is a partner, like a spouse, since we did get some indication of that in the earlier cards. This could be you yourself needing to not let your emotions get the best of you. If you're very passionate and fired up about something and it's not working out the way that you want, you may be very frustrated at this time and looking to try to stick to the plan. It's a version of being controlling and stubborn, but you may need to pivot and redirect your energy or your approach, take a different approach at this time. So let's see if we can get some additional cards out to clarify that. Oh, look at that. What a nice card. We have the 10 of Cups. This is a happily ever after. This is about a very fulfilling emotional life, be it with family, with your network, with yourself, with something that you have accomplished in your life that makes you feel whole and complete and grounded. So if this is someone that you were dealing with, it seems like leaning into your support system, your family, or the good things that you have in your life at this time indeed is the way to go, because that was something that was suggested with that first card, that first 5 of Cups. Indeed, not letting the disappointments take over your whole life, compartmentalizing that and allowing yourself to focus on the good things you've got going for yourself should be very helpful for you at this time, Taurus. Oh, but there's something to do with planning and preparation that didn't go as expected, or there was not enough preparation for something with this 2 of Wands in reverse. So that may be why there is this energy of someone maybe being rigid or stubborn, wanting to stick to a certain plan that they were, passionate about, and now they need to take a different approach. So you're advised to break out of that, as we saw earlier in the cards, but perhaps there are some comforts that are blinding you at this time, Taurus, that are making you feel like, let's just stick to the plan as it was, because that was what was going to work best for all of us in terms of what would have made us most happy. Again, if this is about a travel plan, maybe you wanted specific dates, you wanted a specific location, you wanted a specific house, you wanted, whatever it is that you were trying to stick to. It seems like you need to actually take a different approach, whether it's like, instead of the hotel, do the Airbnb or change the dates, or whatever change in your plans you have to do in order to make it work and do that trip another time, or to approach that promotion another time, or repair some relationship. There's something in one of my Taurus's relationships that may be stressful at this time, and that is requiring so much patience at this time from my Tauruses. So I'm just not clear on what it is. So those of my Tauruses that will see this later, make sure you let me know in the comments, how does this resonate? Look at this. Now we have the 9 of Wands, once again indicating some sort of need for resilience and perseverance because of this frustration of having to endure so many battles in order to accomplish your goals. This is a reminder, do not give up, because you're almost there with this 9 of Wands. But just, again, be sure that you are not expending your energy in the wrong thing, in the wrong direction, as we saw with this earlier King of Wands in reverse, because otherwise you can fatigue yourself, you can give yourself burnout, which will once again create more delays to your goals. So be cautious at this time, Taurus, to not overextend yourself energetically with your passions or with your desire to have this plan unfold as you perfectly the way you wanted it. You may be a bit of a perfectionist. The reason I keep saying travel is because we saw the globe here, we saw the world card here. Something is feeling like it is strongly attached to some travel plan, but it could also be a relocation that has to do with a job. It could be something to do with a relationship that you are trying to weather the storm, to do the happily ever after. Maybe you have kids involved, you're trying to, stay together for the kids, but there is a personality here that is difficult to deal with. Whatever it may be, this Nine of Wands is asking you to endure, because you're almost about to arrive at the end of a situation, hopefully a positive end. So let's get one more card out. Oh, wait a minute. The Sun card in reverse. So there may be some sadness or unhappiness in a current situation, but this is temporary. So again, this is about endurance and overcoming. So it seems like my Tauruses are unfortunately going through a really tough time. And I do have to circle back and think that it could also literally be grieving the loss of a loved one, or a really bad breakup, someone that was a foundational part of your life, someone from your family or a childhood friend that maybe you guys are no longer in alignment, and so you're no longer in contact, and that is naturally going to make you feel sad, feel down. But this alternatively could be highlighting that whoever has unachievable expectations, or whoever may be unrealistic in terms of being so optimistic that you end up being disappointed with the results because you were overlooking some of the realistic hurdles in something, it could be a matter of needing to change the mentality around something. If it's about a relationship, a job, or a travel or relocation situation. Not again. We're once again seeing this Ace of Wands in reverse, indicating lack of passion. Oh, I'm so sorry to see all this for my Taurus. So yeah, it seems like you're feeling really down at this time, really drained, really down, really disappointed because of this loss, because of whatever challenging people or whatever delays you're experiencing with something, Taurus. I wonder what it may be. Yeah, you need to have strength and rest and recovery at this time based on those two cards. But I think I will just end it. Look at that. Yeah, I'll end it with these two. I'm making sure I didn't take a double card. Okay. So Taurus, indeed, there is some heartbreak here, some major disappointment that you have been grieving or that you will be grieving. Feels like a loss, like someone may have passed away or a really bad breakup. But on the other side of that, you will rebuild and you will experience a lot of abundance, long-term abundance, something to do with legacy, something to do with inheritance, something to do with family, which was another theme in this reading. So it seems like Tauruses are having really foundational conflicts in terms of Tauruses are earth signs, and earth is about grounding and foundation. And it seems like every area of your life, Taurus, financials, work, business, personal life, family, especially foundational relationships. So relatives, family, nuclear family, family friends, childhood friends. There is some disturbance, challenge, or threat to that you are overcoming, but also releasing. And on the other side of that, it seems that you will stabilize again. It seems that you will have financial, earthly abundance, as well as the stability of family again. So I wish you well with working through that, my Taurus. This is definitely challenging. It's not easy, but it seems like these are what they call canon moments. These are moments that are very defining of who we are and our character and our new and better selves once we overcome these tower moments in our lives. I'm surprised with all with all of those cards. I'm surprised we didn't see an actual tower card come out, because it feels like all of those cards were kind of, somewhat pointing into a tower moment. So I hope that was helpful for my Tauruses. While it may not be easy, at least you know that you are not alone. Somehow you are seen by the universe, by the spirit, if you do resonate with any of those cards. And there are solutions. There are brighter days on the other side. So turn that Sun card upside down. I wish you well. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love those hearts. Thank you. All right. So who is next? Do I still have a Sagittarius in the house? Let's see who's next. Let me get these cards ready for my next reading. All right. So let's do a reading for my Sagittarius. Spirit, what message do you have for my Sagittarius for the next month from when this message finds them, Spirit? Let's get a few cards out for my Sagittarius. What's to come for my Sagittarius? What messages do my Sagittariuses need to see? Let's get a few cards out for my fiery, energized Sagittarius. All right. Ooh, look at that. This is the Knight of Wands, a very fiery, energized card. This is someone that is adventurous, energized, motivated, someone that's about that action, very inspired, and maybe even a little impulsive. So this says passion, impulsive and unpredictable relationships, passion and energy in your work, a sudden increase in finances, using money for travel, broadening your horizons. Nice. So Sagittarius, it seems like you will be taking action on something that you're very excited about. I wonder what it is. Something that you're passionate about, something that you, oh, nice. Oh, nice. NYC in the building. Beautiful. Beautiful. We have a December 3rd Sagittarius with us. So Sagittarius, it seems like either you are taking action at this time on something that you're passionate about, or you're encouraged to do so. Don't let this passion idea, passion project, or person that you may be strongly interested in, do not let this slip through your fingers. Take action on it and be willing to go for an adventure, in terms of be willing to step out of your comfort zone and experience something different. Then we have the Page of Swords. Look at that. This is about having a thirst for knowledge, curiosity, being energetic and talkative. So indeed, there may be someone that you're interested in, Sagittarius, that you may be researching online, or a new job that you're really excited about, that you're doing a lot of research for, with this Page of Swords card. So this says intellect, an intellectually stimulating relationship, an ambitious and intelligent person, new career opportunities, new ideas for generating income. So there is some new idea or new information that you are... Okay, looks like we just came back. All right, I see some Sagittarius is in the chat. I'm sorry about that. I'm having technical difficulties. But yes, this Page of Swords indicated that there may be some new ideas or some new information that you come across that are going to really energize you, and the curiosity, the research that you do around this thing is going to inspire you to either continue to pursue it, or to create a plan, and that way you're able to really reach your goals, if this is something to do with something with career and finance. But if it's about a relationship, if this resonates in terms of a romantic relationship, or even a friendship, if you see that you see a lot of similarities with someone that you think might be a good business partner, a really good long-term friend, this is telling you to do your research, or if you do come to learn of some information, act on it based off of that. Yes, so take action once you hear of this new idea, this new opportunity, this thing that you're very curious about. Whatever you learn, use that information to actually seize an opportunity. So then we have the Queen of Cups. This is someone who's very compassionate, caring, comforting, someone that's very healing. So for those of you that may indeed be looking to partner with someone in a relationship romantically, it seems like these are characteristics that you find attractive in them, and you come to learn of these endearing characteristics. Let me read the card because I forgot to. I put it down so quickly. This says, a caring and supporting nature that attracts suitors, taking on a nurturing role at work, using financial resources to care for others, practicing generosity. So you may possess these characteristics at this time as well. You may be very attractive in terms of being the person that is comforting to others, and that may assist you in a certain job opportunity or in some sort of social relationship that you may be trying to pursue at this time. I don't know if some of you are like networking for some other business motives, or maybe you're trying to befriend someone in a certain residential area so that you can get some insight on properties there. A lot of people are moving these days, so for whatever reason, a lot of the readings have been indicating something to do with moving, housing. So if that's the case, this seems to be indicating that either you meet people with these Queen of Cups characteristics that are very compassionate and caring and helpful, or you yourself at this time should be in that energy in order to attract the people that will help you seize this opportunity. If it's a new apartment or a new house or a new plot that's available, you will become aware of it because of how you will attract the people that will make you aware of it. So let's get a few more cards out. Look at that. This is pretty much reinforcing what I just said. This Six of Pentacles card is about generosity, about giving and taking. People that are in a position of abundance, giving to those in need. So if you indeed at this time, Sagittarius, are in need of job opportunity or some housing opportunity, it seems like you are going to put yourself in the energy in order to attract that, and long term that should help with stability. But it's time for you to receive. This is wonderful. This says a supportive relationship, generous and giving partner, being a mentor, being a valued employee, attracting investors, receiving financial support, making donations. Wonderful, Sagittarius. So any goals that you have at this time that may be financial, or even if it's someone that's helping you with opportunities, this seems to be something that you are attracting at this time, and perhaps that is your goal, is to try to open up certain doors via networking, via research, knowledge. It's very much feeling like something to do with housing because of this Page of Swords card we got earlier about the research, and the compassion card we have here with the Queen of Cups. There's perhaps a family member that will make you aware of a place that becomes available, or of a job that becomes available. There's someone that's going to help you out with this Six of Pentacles card. So let's get some additional cards out for my Sagittarius to either clarify this reading or give some additional messages, Spirit. What additional message do you have? Ooh. What additional message do you have for my Sagittarius, Spirit, in this next month from when this message finds them? Let's get a few cards out for my Sagittarius. Oh, this is too many. There we go. Let me shuffle it again. Oh, good for you, Jeff. Excellent on your rating. So I guess maybe the Queen of Cups card, yeah. Maybe it shows that you're very caring in your deliveries and your job, and so that is somehow going to come back around to you. Maybe you get really good tips, or someone that you meet along the way will tell you of some opportunity that will help you out. Let's get some additional cards out for my Sagittarius, Spirit. What additional messages or clarification do you have for my Sagittarius? Let's get some additional cards out for my Sagittarius. Oh, that kind of came out aggressively. Let's see. Actually, I want it like that. There we go. Oh, delays. Someone's trying to stop your motion. Uh-oh. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So if there are any of you that indeed had travel plans, maybe some delays to that, or some new opportunity that you were excited to get it going, there's some external forces that are causing delays and obstacles. So don't allow that to get you frustrated. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of allowing some things to fall in place, and then you can reapproach that. If this is about a promotion or some kind of career growth that you were pursuing, the frustration of not seeing that realized as yet may get to you, but just remember to give it time, because there is some external force that's, not in your control that is causing this delay. Look at that. We got the Page of Swords again, just as we did earlier. So this is a reinforcing card. As we said, this is about someone that's very energized, talkative, curious, has a thirst for knowledge, doing their research. So I will pull an extra card out since that's a duplicate, but I guess this is really encouraging my Sagittarius to do their research, to look into whatever it is that you're interested in at this time. If it is a new housing situation, or if it is a new job, or if it is a new career field. Maybe some of you are learning day trading. Maybe some of you are learning cybersecurity. There's something to do with learning in order to unlock some new opportunity. And maybe that's part of the delay and the obstacle, is because it's going to take some time to get all of this information and learn how to best approach things. So that may be something that's maybe a little discouraging for you at this time, Sagittarius. Most Sagittarius like to move fast. You like to be about that action, that energy, as we saw in this Knight of Wands. But looks like this is something that you're going to have to build upon slowly and find the right people to open the right doors. But there is generosity and helpful energy out there that will find you at the right time. So then we have Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is kind of countering what I just said, because this is about people working against you. So there may be some colleagues or some network, some team, some group that you are a part of that is either not assisting you in your goals, or they are burdening you with more responsibilities. So there are, of course, different ways where people can work against you. Maybe they're complicating a schedule. Maybe they are causing you to pick up the slack for others. There is something here that is adding to the frustration. Wow, there's so much noise. This is so annoying. Oh my God. Let me just, let me give it a few seconds to see if this could just, you guys hear that? It's like sirens, and it's like a lot. It's very distracting to do these kind of spiritual work, and you know, be in such a noisy environment is very disturbing and distracting. It really takes me off course. So, you know, I'm persevering, guys. I'm trying. Okay, so it seems like that cleared up. So as I was saying, it seems like there is some sort of team or group that you were a part of that is working against you. So it could be whatever company you're a part of. Maybe they changed the schedule. Maybe you were working from home and now they ask you to work in person in the office. Maybe you had a group of friends or roommates that you had a plan to move to another place with or something. Whatever it is, they are not helping you. They're working against you somehow, and that is adding to the frustration and the delays. So let's get another card out. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So indeed, there is some level of frustration and scattered energy, but it's due to some disorganization. So someone is unfocused somehow. So while there was so much encouragement to do research, to look into something, it seems like if you do not take that advice, if you do not get focused, it seems like you will be in a very scattered and unpredictable energy, Sagittarius, which will only add to these delays and these frustrations. So these cards are really asking you to beware of all of these obstacles and setbacks and distractions, because that could be another reason why you may not be focused, that you may not be organized. There may be too many distractions in your life. If you are perhaps socializing too much, or if you have a clientele that is, you know, very demanding and it's not allowing you to grow in other areas of your business or your job or whatever it may be, it seems like the cards are asking you to find a way to narrow things down, to streamline things, if that resonates with any of you, depending on what your job or career or your ambitions are at this time. We haven't seen too much about love and personal relationships outside of the Queen of Cups. So it's feeling like it has more to do with career and finance. But if it does resonate in terms of relationships for you, this could also be saying that someone from your past might be trying to rush back in with their same poor behavior or toxic behavior. So you want to be aware of those reconnections and realize that it may not be better the second time around. They may be coming back with the same old, same old. And that's going to add to the distractions and the delays in your life. So beware of someone that may be coming to create disorder, chaos, and intercept your focus at this time that you're supposed to be grinding and researching and figure out a way to make something happen. But then interestingly enough, we have the King of Cups. So after seeing this Queen of Cups earlier, and now we see the King of Cups, it seems that Sagittarius, you may have either mentors or elders in your life, parents, aunts, uncles, siblings, even managers, people that are compassionate and caring and supportive that will help you get through whatever it is that you are experiencing at this time. And the frustrations and delays may be affecting you in a way to feel emotional. So these support systems will be very important at this time, that you need a place and a space to feel heard, feel seen, and be emotionally supported, which we did get material support from that Six of Pentacles earlier on. So seems like support will come to help you in several forms. Oh, look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Get the money, Sagittarius. I love that for you. There's some really good financial opportunity, career opportunity. Maybe you get a big lump sum through back taxes or some inheritance, some sort of financials that you didn't realize were going to come your way. They're going to find you. Maybe it's a raise in your existing job. Maybe there's a new position that you're going to be able to go for. Whatever this opportunity is, it seems like you should seize it, especially once you do the preparation, the prep work of figuring out how to be most prepared, or increase your chances of being selected for this, or what's the best approach with this financial resource. If it is indeed a windfall, you probably have done your research or will do your research on how to allocate those funds in order to allow it to produce more wealth for you. So that is great for my Sagittarius. I think we will leave it there. Yeah, because those cards get kind of challenging. We'll leave it here actually, because we got a lot from the Suit of Cups in this reading. These last two cards are the Five of Cups in reverse, indicating that after some loss or disappointment, you are actually able to step into a period of gratitude, and you're able to heal from whatever this loss was and realize that you actually have a lot more to work with in your life than you saw before. So this is a great card of recovery, healing, restabilizing, gratitude, and then you end with the happily ever after. This is fantastic. The 10 of Cups. So you are indeed benefiting from these supportive characters in your life, these generous people or resources that find you, and you're able to find yourself in a much better place, either literally housing, a new housing accommodation, or repair whatever relationships meant so much to you that you were kind of experiencing a bit of challenges and turmoil with, or even find a happier job environment. This 10 of Cups indicates that you will be better off on the other side of this grief, this loss, this mourning, and these opportunities. So that is really great, Sagittarius. Please do seize the opportunities, enjoy whatever resources and generosity find you. Is probably well deserved. It's probably long overdue. In this economy, many people are just waiting for that opportunity, their shot, their lucky moment where they can turn their life around And so I hope that finds you soon, my Sagittarius. All right, let's see what the chat is saying. I don't know how to not talk to people, even if half the time I just want to do my job. Once I start talking. And the extra time wasted taking is why you're not being made. Oh, is that what's going on for you, Jeff? Let's see. Not even looking. Everything you said is legit happening to me. I can relate to it all. Wow. So that was on point for my Sagittarius Jeff in the chat. Look at that. So maybe you are that very comforting and compassionate person, which is why you enjoy chatting with your customers. But as you were saying, it comes at the cost of using that same time to make other money. But then you get fulfillment from having real connections with those people. So I guess you can't help being a comforting, caring, and compassionate person. It's just a matter of finding a job that will also reward you for that. So maybe you'd be better in sales instead of the deliveries, because that way you would get more money from your gift of gab, especially since you like to really have more intimate conversations with people, it seems. So I wish you well, Jeff, and all my other Sagittariuses that related or resonated with that reading. So let's see, who else do we have in the chat? What other signs do we have here? Sag in my third, and Scorpio my second, and Saturn. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Lots of fire, lots of energy. Okay, so it's Sunday where I am, and I don't know why it's so noisy. It's just wildly noisy. It's always like that. It doesn't matter what day, it doesn't matter what time. It's so frustrating. But let's see, who are we reading next? Let's see, we did Aquarius, we did Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius. So we did 2 fire signs, we did 2 earth signs. I guess maybe I'll do 1 more water sign and call it. All right, so let me see. I will take a quick, thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Love you right back. And by the way, look at my smiley faces. See, that's me. I'm smiling at you. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to take a quick pause and I'll be back with more readings. Those of you just joining, drop your zodiac sign so that we can see who's predominantly in the chat and for the next reading. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Hearts right back. Thank you, Ceciliette. Glad you love him. Thanks. Putting on my spring colors. Just being optimistic about better weather coming soon. But all right, I will take a quick pause and be right back. Bye. Thanks. Testing audio, testing audio. Well, friends, I was going to continue and do all 12 signs tonight, but I'm just dealing with a very unusual and very disturbing amount of noise tonight. And I cannot continue to do readings like this because it's just taking me long to finish the readings, as well as it's going to take me a lot of time to edit in the post-production. So I should probably just jump off and come back on tomorrow with the remaining 6 signs. So tonight we did Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus readings, and we will do the other readings tomorrow. Too many technical difficulties and external forces that are unfortunately creating disturbances. But it's just bye for now, not bye forever. And for those of you that like my celebrity readings, just a heads up that this week I will have a Met Gala special where we'll do readings on some of the people that will be in attendance, such as Beyonce, who's the co-chair, her man in them, and who else? There is Harry Styles and Zoe. They're also in the committee, Jeff Bezos and I believe her name is Lauren, his wife. They're also in the co-chair or the Met Gala committee, and the new connection with Kendall Jenner and the guy, I don't know his name, but we will pull some cards on them to see what's up with that connection. You know, the Kardashians are always at the Met Gala, so I look forward to seeing the fashions for all of those people. Oh, and I will also be doing a reading on Jafar Jackson. I'm mesmerized with him after his amazing performance in the new Michael biopic movie. He did an amazing job bringing to life his uncle, his late uncle. And I'm very curious to see what the cards say about him. So those readings will happen, if not Tuesday night, at some point this week. And I also have a World Cup special coming up with all of these, or depending on where you are watching this, it's going to be here. All of these soccer, football superstars. So be sure to tune in for all of those. And I'm just going to wrap up this stream because unfortunately we're being cut short tonight. But it's all good. I will come back even better tomorrow. So it was, of course, my pleasure to share these messages. I hope they were helpful. I hope they were insightful. I hope they were entertaining or motivational for some of you that receive those kinds of messages. Just making sure that I didn't miss any messages in the chat. Yes, thank you. Sorry, let me put this down. Thank you, darling. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Smaller new creator, it means so much, which I should actually just say my closer. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to be notified of when I do these streams. Of course, be in touch if you would like a personal reading. The link is in bio. Thank you all for your likes, for your hearts, for your comments, for your support. Big hearts right back at you. As a small and new creator, it means so much. So thank you. Hearts right back. Love my people. So I wish you all abundance and illumination. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining. Thank you. Good night. Yep, I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you will be too. Thanks. Ciao.